Hi friends, we're doing fairy tales this week. So I'm going to read you the story of the Three Little Pigs. This book is by James Marshall. There's a lot of different versions of the Three Little Pig and a lot of different authors that write the book. Once upon a time, an old sow sent her 3 little pigs out into the world to seek their fortune. Now be sure to write, she said, and remember that I love you. The first little pig met a man with a load of straw. I know, said the little pig. I'll buy your straw and build a house. That's not a good idea, said the man. Mind your business, please, thank you, said the little pig, and he bought the straw and set about building a house, and it took him no time at all. Very soon a lean and hungry wolf happened by. Pig was just about his favorite food in the world, so he knocked on the door and said, little pig, let me in." To which the little pig replied, "No, no, no, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." What do you think the wolf was going to do? The wolf was very angry, and he said, "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." "Go right ahead," said the little pig. So the wolf did. He huffed and he puffed and he blew his house in, and the little pig ran away. The second little pig met a man with a load of sticks. "I've got it," said the little pig. "I'll buy those sticks and build a house." "I'd think twice about that," said the man. "Oh," said the little pig, "what would you know?" And he bought the sticks and went to work building on a very pretty house. No sooner had the little pig settled into his pretty house, but the wolf came by. He was still hungry, and he said, little pig, let me come in." To which the little pig replied, "No, no, no, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." What do you think he's going to do? The wolf didn't like that at all, and he said, "I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." "Ha, ha, ha," said the little pig. So the wolf huffed and he puffed and he blew his house in, and the little pig ran away. Now the third little pig met a man with a load of bricks. "And these bricks will make a fine sturdy house," said the man. "Capital idea, my good fellow," said the little pig. So he bought the bricks and set about building a house. It took him quite a bit of time, but it was well worth it. "Nice and solid," said the little pig. "Nice and solid." But no sooner had the little pig moved in than he noticed the wolf loitering about, and the wolf was still hungry. He said to the pig, little pig, let me come in." And you know what the pig said? "No, no, no, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." And the wolf said, "Well, I've heard that before," he said. "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." "Oh, don't do that," said the little pig. But the wolf huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he puffed until he was quite blue in the face, and the house stood firm. "I'll try another approach," muttered the wolf, and he put on his most dazzling smile. "Little pig, I was only teasing," he said. "By the way, I hear that Farmer Jones has the most scrumptious turnips. Shall we go pick a few?" "Oh, I'm much too busy right now," said the little pig. "What about tomorrow morning?" "Excellent," said the wolf. "I'll be by at 6 a.m. Wow. The next morning, the little pig got up at 5, hurried off to Farmer Jones' turnip field, and picked a basket full of scrumptious turnips, and dashed back home. And when the wolf arrived at 6, the turnips were already boiling in the pot. "Sorry, I couldn't wait," said the little pig. The wolf tried not to show his displeasure. "No harm done," he said. "By the way, there's a lovely apple tree down in Merry Meadow. Shall we go help ourselves to a few apples?" "I must cook my turnips," said the little pig. "Let's meet there tomorrow morning." "Splendid," said the wolf. "Shall we say 5? The next morning, the little pig was up at 4 and went off for the apples, and it took longer than he'd expected to reach Merry Meadow. And while busy gathering apples in the highest tree, he saw the wolf approaching. "Do try one of these," he called down, throwing an apple as far as he could. And when the wolf chased after the apple, the little pig shimmied down the tree and made it safely home. The next day the wolf came again. Really, he was quite put out. "There's a fair today on Hog Hill," he said. "Would you care to go?" "Why don't we meet there?" said the little pig. "Would 3 o'clock suit you?" "Colossal," said the wolf. 3 it is, just to make sure he would be there at 2. At 1 in the afternoon, the little pig went to the fair and had a fine time. So fine that he lost track of a whole hour. Suddenly, out of the corner of his eye, he saw the wolf coming up the hill. Without a minute to spare, the little pig jumped inside an empty butter churn and rolled down the hill toward the wolf. Well, the wolf was so scared, he ran all the way home. By now, the wolf was so angry. And he told the little pig how he was so frightened he'd been chased by the great round thing and that came down the hill. "Frightened you, did I?" said the little pig. "That great round thing was a butter churn and I was inside. This was simply too much for the wolf to stand. I've been nice long enough," he cried. "I'm going to eat you up right now." And he climbed onto the roof. When the little pig saw this, he put a big iron pot in the fireplace and quickly stoked the fire. "Here I come," cried Wolf. "Dinner time." "You can say that again," said the little pig, and he cooked the wolf and gobbled him up. So friends, I have some, in a little activity that you guys could do. I have some magic beans here. They're just little beans. And you could use beads or marbles or rocks, whatever you have. And I have written a couple letters. And I started putting the beans around the number 2. You can do whatever letter or number you would like. You can also try to just make them on the table, make letters and numbers on the table. You can practice writing them. It's a very good fine motor skill. And I also did this letter. What letter do you think this is? And you can put the beans all the way around it. I hope you have fun with Fairy Tale Week, friends. Hope to see you soon. Bye now.